Hey you guys, okay, so I'm like so excited. You can hear it in my voice. So excited that the time has come to share my annual holiday Christmas decor video with you guys. We're gonna be going through the house. I'm gonna be showing you guys every single room that I have decorated for Christmas, giving you guys tips, showing you guys a lot of details about my Christmas trees, my ornaments, and just how I decorate for the holidays. And it's just so much fun. I look forward to it every year. And I gotta say, this year, y'all, literally is, I think, the best of the best of the best my house has ever looked for Christmas, the best, my trees have ever looked, and I'm just so excited. And, there are things that I didn't do this year. It's not because, I've just put out a whole mess of crap. Like, I really pulled it back a little. Like, there were some things that I was like, no, I'm just not into that. It's just something that I didn't feel like doing, and I think that's exactly what it is. You gotta do exactly what you wanna do for Christmas. I'm gonna kind of explain, a little bit of my philosophy on that, kind of my ideas on that. Do what you wanna do. I put my trees up little by little. I had fun decorating each and every one. I didn't say, okay, this weekend I'm decorating the house. I would have been a wreck. Like, that's not fun. I put the trees up pretty early, left them undecorated, and then like one weekend I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna come in here and decorate this tree, or let's decorate the trees in the kitchen, or let's do the big family room tree. And so it was just so much fun. And then there were things that I kind of kept looking at in the basement, like where, where my storage is, where I keep stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to bring that up this year. And so I just didn't, so don't feel like you have to do anything, but just keep it real and do exactly what you want to do. There were years like when maybe we were moving years and years ago from a different place, and all my stuff was packed up so nice, and I thought, yeah, we're gonna be moving soon. I don't really want to unpack it all, so I just did a small tree. The year when I was almost 9 months pregnant with Olivia, and I knew right after Christmas I'd probably be having a baby, and I probably wouldn't be that into. Waylon's dreaming and he's barking. Can't wake him up. Do y'all's dogs do that? And you wonder, like, what are they dreaming of? But I don't have the heart to wake him up. Okay. And that year we just put up a little tree, so he's so cute. He's like distracting the heck out of me. So you gotta do exactly what you wanna do. And I think that it should be fun. So yeah, have fun. Make some traditions with your family, and very rarely do I repeat the same thing every year. And I don't do it purposely, I just do what I feel. But something that I did do very consistently over the last several years was that blue and white tree up in this window, which is now here. And this year I kind of had this light bulb where I was like, that's so much space right there. Nobody's really walking over there a lot. Like, that's the perfect spot to put a tree. You can see it through, the rest of the house. You can see it just as well from the front door. But I was just kind of over it. I was over like the blue and white jars, just solid all over the tree. But I worked them into this one and it looks more beautiful than ever. So you'll kind of see stuff that I did in that way, and using things that I obviously already had. A few little new knickknacks that I bought that were relatively inexpensive. We did get a new tree for the family room just because you'll see why. It's huge, but it takes up a very small footprint. So that was kind of exciting. We'll go through and do the whole tour. It's gonna be so much fun. So excited. All right, you guys, so in my dining room, this is kind of the vibe this year. You might notice these new shelves. I'll talk about it a little in this video. They're not like styled like completely they're gonna be or anything, but I have just the table and just that piece of furniture in this room. There's really not a whole lot going on in here. And I love having that to kind of add some different stuff to it. I'm gonna still keep it very minimal. After Christmas, I might even move them to this wall, flanking this piece of furniture, but I think they're really pretty by the window, but I knew you guys would notice that, and I will link to the ones I have. They are so good, and I'll be talking about them a little more in my next video. Next video is gonna be a decor haul, so let's just talk about the Christmas stuff for now, though. So I wanted to kind of keep with the same theme of this room, these really icy blues, and all these beautiful colors, and you'll see in this tree I kind of, I mixed some of those ornaments, those balls that are kind of like those, that pretty color, that matches my drapes and my pillows in here and the rug. But I also added in some of my more blue ornaments that I used to use on the really, really blue tree, and I even put in my blue ginger jars, which look perfect. So love that. And I tucked in my ribbon in a way that I think is really nice if you have a tree that you need to make look a little full, or even if you don't have like a really like themed out set of ornaments or something that makes your tree look really cohesive, buy a couple of spools of ribbon. I gave you guys this tip last year, but cut them in about like 2 feet sections and kind of just tuck them in just random spots of your tree, and it'll kind of create a theme, and then you can put all of your other like mismatched ornaments, and it will pull it all together. So I love that. I love this tree so much, you guys. It's like all my favorite colors. It makes me feel so good when I look at it. So I will link to the tree. I will link to some of those things on my sideboard. I love, love, love propping like a wreath or something that's a little seasonal right here. I think it's such a cool spot to put something. It's just a super easy spot to like interchange decor, and I put this really gorgeous felt wreath that I will link to, and kept everything else pretty, pretty much the same. It's my little glass nativity set that was my grandma's, and this little angel was always at her house too. So these are two of my favorite things to put out during the holidays. The table I like to keep pretty bare. This is even a lot for me, but I love these trees. I don't like to do set table place settings. I think if people are coming over, if we're gonna be having a dinner or something, I mean, I don't want like stuff that's been sitting out all season, you know what I mean? Like I'll just put the plates out the night before, it's not a big deal. So I like to keep my tables pretty clean. Olivia comes in here and sits all the time in that chair and likes to play and likes to do stuff. So I don't have a fussy dining room table. I like to keep it, honestly, a lot of times just nothing, just those two planters or just nothing at all. So that's that. And here's a better little shot of one of these shelves. Y'all, they're so good. I cannot wait to show you. When we go into the kitchen, I'll kind of show you what it looks like through from there. But let's move on. Let's go to the foyer. So yeah, the big thing that you may notice if you watched my holiday decor tour last year is I didn't put my garland up on my stairs. It was just something that I was not feeling this year. I kept looking at the big like bag of garland in the basement. I was like, no, I don't want to bring that up. So here I just used this beautiful 4-foot flock tree, and I just put some pretty pom-pom garland around it. Sometimes I feel like trees don't even really need a lot of decorations. And these beautiful mercury glass super, super affordable set of trees. These light up, they're amazing. I will link to them. And just a little gift bag under it. Super simple in there. I like my foyer just to be kind of like when you come in, just like, it's very white. It's kind of pulls everything in the house together. You don't come in and it's not like, whoa, like there's not a whole lot going on. It's just a beautiful room. And I like to kind of keep it simple in there, but I really wanted to have a really pretty tree on that table because you can see it through our front windows or our front doors. It's just pretty. So, all right, so my very favorite spot this year, really my favorite spot in the house anyways, our family room. I love it so much. It's this big, giant, beautiful room, but it feels so incredibly cozy. I kept it very neutral. This pretty felt wreath that you can kind of see that I added on the mirrors. You can see this tree really has the tiniest footprint, right? It's a big, giant 10-foot tree. It feels very like substantial in this room, which you kind of need in this big room, but the footprint is not so, intrusive. You can kind of see what I did with the ribbon and my pretty packages under the tree, these beautiful gift boxes I love so much. You can kind of see how I tuck the ribbon. It's just very random. And I used the same ribbon that I used to make the bow on top of the tree. It's the same one that I used last year. It's just very simple. You can like Google how to do that. It's really easy. That's what I did. This tree has all the ornaments that are very, very special to us. This is my very favorite ornaments. Brad and I's first Christmas together in 2004. Love that one so much. And then you can see some of those little snowflake ornaments that I collect every year. I've been collecting those since like 2010. I get them from Hallmark. I buy one every year. I love this little birdhouse. It was our new house ornament from, I believe, our last house. And then Olivia's little baby's first Christmas ornament. This pretty little bell. I think it's like a little Vera Wang bell that we got at our wedding. It kind of matched some of our stuff that we used at the wedding. This pretty little Eiffel Tower. I have little Eiffel Towers all over the tree too. And this really pretty wedding cake bell that was from the year we got married. And yeah, you can see my chair survived. I didn't have to like move it out of the way for this giant tree. So yeah, we can still get to the cabinet behind it, which is where like, all the components for the TV are, and like we have games back there and stuff. But I used the same garland on the mantle that I used last year, but I just added the little pom-pom garland and these crystal obelisks that I think are super pretty. I keep those, usually they're just like in random spots of the house, on the bookshelf or whatever, but I thought they were kind of pretty sticking out of the garland. And then our stockings. First of all, these stocking clips, I have to link to these. These are so good, you guys. They're just amazing. If you have kids that pull on stockings, they're so good. But I hung these beautiful little ornaments on here that a sweet, sweet subscriber made for us. But I cherish those so much every year. They're always on our tree, but I thought how cute would they be to hang them off of the stockings. And I think this year or next year, I'm gonna make little name tags somehow for ours. So I don't know. And then on top of our bookshelves this year, I put those sparkly trees that I really love so much. there's all of our little stuff. I still have to paint the backs of these bookshelves, you guys. You can still see like the little unpainted strip. I still don't know what color I want to do though. I'm just torn. So, and you can see that's kind of like where the, you know, lookout is from the top floor where we put the garland, and I don't know, I just thought it was so fussy this year. I just didn't want to do it. So yeah, y'all, that's the cozy family room and where we spend most of our time, and definitely my very, very, very favorite room decorated for Christmas. So you can see in our front living room, I have this little tray, and then I have my little church Christmas card holder, which we don't have too many Christmas cards yet, but I love this thing. I got it last year, and it's just the cutest thing, and it's so unique. You just don't ever really see it, and it was such like a unique little find. So I'm gonna see if I can search the internet and find it for you guys again this year. And my sweet little nativity that I love so much. Before I show you guys the kitchen, let's look at the back porch. Put this really cozy throw over our swing and this cute little tree that I got at IKEA. It's insane how old that tree is. So that is what our porch is looking like for the holidays. Nothing crazy. My favorite spot, one of my favorite spots, I know all the spots are my favorite, but let's look at the kitchen. Okay, so I really like to keep our counters pretty clean and minimal, especially on this side where we always keep a lot of like things that we're eating or, you know, whatever. A lot of stuff's always over there. Usually I'll have like some cookies or something like really special in here, which I didn't fresh bake cookies for this video. Again, love, love, love looking at that tree through that little view there. You have my little holiday candle that is my absolute favorite that I love. But I dressed up the hood this year for the first time. I finally got brave enough since doing the kitchen a couple years ago. I was like, no command hooks, nothing's going on that hood. Y'all, I got brave. I used some command hooks. Put like this really pretty like swaggy garland up there, and a little bow, and it just couldn't have been easier. Then I put these little trees next to the cooktop. So I put these two sweet little Christmas trees, my little Christmas sign. I thought that was really precious. And then let me show you guys these adorable little trees. I have my little jingly snowman. My mom gave me that. It's really cute. I put all my little ornaments on this, or I should say Olivia. Olivia legit decorated this entire tree. I know you don't believe me. She literally put the little gingerbreads at the top and the little star, and she said the gingerbread men were angels, and it was adorable. Okay, let's talk for a second about trees and bedrooms. Next year, I might lose my mind and decide, you know what, I'm gonna do up our guest room for the holidays. That ain't happening this year, and our guest room is teeny, teeny tiny, so the type of tree I would need in there is so, I don't even know. Do I even wanna do that? Not really, so probably not. Our bedroom, for sure, I ain't putting a tree in there. I don't know, maybe next year I'll lose my mind and eat my words and I'll do it, but I still like to decorate bedrooms for Christmas. But Olivia's room always gets this really fun tree. Last year we put this huge tree in her front window and it was nice, but she's like, I've legit almost got a 4-year-old, and it's crazy to think about, but she uses her room pretty hard, and that's like her playroom right there. And I'm not taking it up with a huge tree, but she had so much fun decorating it, and I thought she needs one that's her height, that she can decorate, that she can look and touch. And so I got her this little, how tall is it? It's like a little 4-foot tree. Little LED white narrow tree, beautiful. She loves it so much. And we have all of the fun little like cartoony ornaments on that. Like if she makes something or it's like something special and meaningful, I'm putting that on our family room tree. But these are like her little like toy cartoony ornaments. This year we have a rule. She's just gonna pick out one each year. And I was like, oh, pick out this beautiful, you know, Cinderella and da-da-da. And she was like, no, Mom, I want Maui. This like giant like tattooed guy from Moana. So she got Maui, and I ain't mad at it. He's real cute. So she's got all these ornaments that do all this fun little stuff, and you know, every day she goes in, she turns her tree on and she plays with it. It's got like a little button, you know. I think that's fun and special. It's something that she's really, really enjoying. So I think that's really cool. In the basement, you guys, on this little table in the corner of our little bar area, I put this little tree. Listen, do not count out the value of an undecorated tree. I think it could be so beautiful, right? And this one kind of has a really pretty shape to it. And I put some of our family pictures underneath it, because usually that's what this table is filled up with, is like family pictures and stuff. And yeah, that's really all the love that the basement got. On the other side of this room, I kind of have like this little office thing that I'm doing for myself. And then we've got a big other room that's like kind of a big TV room. Brad has his whole like little area, and we've got like a movie room back there. I just felt like last year I did too much down there decorating that tree, and yeah, it was cool and all, but it was just like, I didn't see it. I didn't go down there to see it every day. It was just kind of like there, and it was a pain in the you-know-what to remove. That tree I set up, I literally timed it. I set it up in 3 minutes. Like you just pull it out and you plug it in and it's like done. So yeah, don't count out those pre-lit trees that you can get that are little ones that can make such a big impact and kind of make a room look finished and super cute. I feel like this is kind of like decor updates too, but talking about that area of the basement that you saw. So pretty because it's got like this ceiling that kind of goes up a little, like almost like a little tray ceiling, but it's got beautiful molding like all over it. And I'm thinking, since I've never been a fan of that color down there, I'm gonna leave it that color in Brad's area. And in the theater, I think eventually we might paint it like a really dark color, but I'm kind of wanting to get rid of that goldy tan color because I just feel like it doesn't look as good with some of my stuff. And I don't love that warm brown painted trim. So I think in that room, I'm gonna literally paint everything, the wall, the trim, everything, like a really deep, like warm gray. I don't want a gray that has a bit of purpley or blue to it at all. I just want the most beautiful dark gray. And I'm thinking about maybe using this color called Kindle Charcoal, but I'm afraid that one might look a little too blue, even though it's described as being like a warmer gray. I don't know. What are your thoughts? If you guys kind of know what I'm talking about, please give me some suggestions and tell me what the heck I need to paint my basement, because I'm not doing the whole thing because that would be nuts because the other area is even bigger than that. I just want to do that one section. And a lot of times I always think, you know, like especially even in our foyer or in our family room, like if you've got beautiful molding or if you paint it all one color, sometimes it stands out even more and it looks even prettier. So I think that would be really fun. So if you've got a really good idea for a very deep, dark gray that looks gray, but that doesn't have a hint of blue or purpley to it, let me know. I just want to know, I'm not in a hurry. But yeah, I feel like this was kind of like a holiday video, but kind of like decor chat. I hope that y'all enjoyed it. I hope that you liked seeing my holiday decor and that I gave you guys some ideas. I love how everything is. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to mess with it. It's just beautiful. I'm just going to enjoy it. And what's strange is last year, I was like decorating up until Christmas, which I had fun doing, but I was like changing things and adding things. And this year, I'm just content. I really love how everything looks. And I think about next year and I'm like, gosh, next year's holiday decor video might be really boring, because it might be exactly the same as this year. But maybe not, I don't know. Like I said, I usually eat my words when I make statements like that. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I know I didn't really like show the outside stuff too much. I just kind of thought of that, but I might update that a little later. I'll do something on Instagram, so follow me on Instagram and I'll show that there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that y'all enjoyed it. I'll link to everything that I can or anything that I kind of like focused in on in the video. And I love y'all so much, and I will see you guys very soon. Merry Christmas, you guys. Happy holidays, and I'll see you later. Bye.